So welcome back to the part 3 of the guide. So this video will be about how to quit porn. The first time period right after quitting porn is the hardest. It's usually where most people fail, and obviously the beginners are going to fail the most here. If you visited NoFap forums and such, you will find that most people are within this day 1 and day 30 time frame. So how do you get through this safely and without failing and without feeling bad about yourself? Different people will have a different pace of completing this part. Some people might be here for up to a couple of months, and some people will do it first time around. If you follow the steps in this guide correctly, this will be an easy time for you compared to people who struggle for years at this part of reaching day 30. Alright, so let's start with day 0. So how do you prepare yourself for this time period? First of all, you have to be very committed. Don't half-ass it. Be very committed about doing this. And you have to feel like this is it and you are going to change yourself now. You're going to start the process of changing yourself. First thing that you do, this is the best thing you can possibly do on day 0, is rearrange your immediate environment. First off, clean up your room. Make sure that it is extremely tidy. Make sure it's very, very good looking, the best it can look. Number 2, rearrange the furniture in your room. So the room is the area that you have control of. Jordan Peterson talks about this in 12 Rules for Life. You have to, first of all, have control over your immediate environment. And by rearranging the furniture, especially the ones that are connected to your habit of watching porn, you will be able to break the association with these different places in your room where you used to do the habit, and now at the new place you will not have this heightened urge to relapse or possibly to entertain the thought of relapsing, because it will have a clear boundary. You are at a new place now. You are not back at the same place where you used to do your bad habit. Another good trick I used is change colors in your room. For example, so if you have a desk you used to watch porn at, change the color on the top of the desk. For example, from a dark color to a bright color. Yeah, it works very well. Change the color of your keyboard or change the background picture on your computer. The last thing that you have to do on day 0 is go outside. Force yourself to go outside for at least 30 minutes from day 0 up to day 30 every single day. So now that you've completed day 0, it's time for you to advance. So at day 1, what you have to do is you have to start a journal. Now, I don't care if it's digital, I don't care if it's on your computer or it's on paper, but it has to be a consistent journal that you can take with yourself to any place you may travel during your first 30 days. I don't need you to try to do lengthy journals. If you don't really have time to journal at all, a couple of words will suffice. It's okay if you just write, okay, day 5, yeah, I feel a little bit better than yesterday. That's enough. But make sure that you write something in it every single day. This has helped me greatly during my first streak of abstinence. It was absolutely key. And I know it will be key for you as well. So do a journal every single day, 1 or 2 sentences minimum. Remember to go out every day. Now, you might not have a reason to go out, and that is completely fine. So first of all, going out for a 30-minute walk without any distractions is a very good idea. If you cannot manage that, listen to a podcast while walking, that's fine, but it's not as good as going out, having just your own thoughts in your head. Another thing you can do outside is train. Look up in Google Calendar if there are any calisthenic parks near you or any running tracks near you where you could possibly train. If there aren't any, you might have a park near you where you can hang gymnastic rings and you can train with them as well. It's really, really simple to start getting into fitness and start pursuing a better physique instead of staying in your room and doing nothing productive. Another thing you can do is go outside and socialize. Now, chances are your social skills are kind of shot at this point, because people who continually watch porn tend to have worse social skills to begin with than people who don't watch porn. On top of that, if you watch porn every day or multiple times a day, you won't be out socializing. So your social skills will well, if anything, devolve and even be worse than when you started. So it's okay if you can't do this properly, but if you have some friends, you could go out maybe once a week or twice a week to hang out, maybe go together to the gym. Yes, I do count the gym as going outside, even though it's not outside. It is outside of your environment, of your room where you used to relapse. You know, the whole point of this is to make the switch of environment so it is like a tool for you and it will help you to break your habit. And the final place that you can go outside to is basically anywhere with a bench and you can learn or read there. For example, I sometimes go to the library and do some video editing there or other business related tasks, or just read, just learn on my little tablet. So it doesn't have to be something very specific, but make sure that you leave your room, go to the library, read or learn there, and then go home. That counts as going outside as well. So this is what you have to do on the first 30 days. Okay, so as far as your phone goes, is one of the biggest temptations for a modern young man to have their phone in their pocket, obviously with access to any type of media. So what I'm asking you to do is gonna sound a little bit harsh, but trust me, it will literally change your life. So what I want you to do for the first 30-day period is delete your social media apps from your phone. So that means no Instagram, no TikTok, nothing like that. If you use it for work, maybe look for an app that is like a companion app that you can upload to these apps too. So you delete these for 30 days. And after the 30-day period ends, doesn't matter if you relapsed or not, it doesn't matter. After the 30-day period ends, you reinstall them and leave them on your phone and never open them again. Only open any social media if you are gonna use it for messaging. So if you use Messenger or WhatsApp, hell, if you use Instagram, you can open them, just never scroll on anything. Basically never look at the feed, never look at any suggestions, anything like that. Only for messaging. Social media should be only for messaging. That is its main perk. So make sure after the 30-day period it is accessible on your phone, but it's not like right in front of you. I put it away to a different screen, not to my home screen, and I know in my mind that it's there, and so I have to practice self-control every time I open my phone. It's a very good practice and it has many benefits when it comes to self-restraint. As far as YouTube goes, YouTube is a platform where you can learn a lot of stuff. So I don't want you to stop watching YouTube altogether, but what you should do, what I recommend you to do, is turn off YouTube history and install either a newsfeed eradicator plugin or a distraction-free YouTube plugin. These are plugins for your computer or your laptop, where these plugins will help you to avoid binge watching videos on YouTube. And together, these technological tools that I told you will help you to have a more clear head during the day. You will have a lot more time off your phone and you will be able to live a slightly happier life without all these tools. You will be able to feel more satisfied without the usage of these types of social media. And obviously have your notifications off so you can only get notified if somebody calls you or if somebody is messaging you that is a very urgent message. So if you have somebody from work while you're working, obviously that message should ping because it's your work to respond. But if it's like some random group chat or some guy messaging you, take your time, wait a couple of hours to check it. Check your messages once or twice a day, and that is fine. Make sure you're not distracted during the day. These are the tasks that you have to do in order to have a successful streak. And as you can see, this is not just for breaking the porn habit, but you will also have a more satisfied and more clear life without all these types of distractions. And because these distractions will not haunt you during the day, you will have an easier time restraining yourself from porn. So this is what you have to do for the first 30 days as far as removing things and changing things go. Now let's get to habits. We need to track habits. If you don't track habits, you're never gonna know if you're doing something well or not. You will never be able to make a correlation between, hey, maybe if I don't go outside, I have a tendency to relapse when I don't go outside for 5 days in a row, you know? So you have to have a little habit tracker like this. I've shown this in the channel before. And literally, you print a habit tracker onto a sheet of paper and you will be able to track the basics. All you have to track during the first month is whether you journaled or not, whether you went outside, and did you relapse on porn or not. That's all. These are the 3 things. And yeah, these are your tasks. I hope you will be able to do them efficiently and quickly. And if you can, you will have a great time and you will not have significant trouble going through your first 30-day streak. There are a lot more mental tools that you have to bring into practice to be able to not only abstain from porn, but to be completely porn-free for the rest of your life. There are a lot more things than just these 3 habits to track and to develop as you start your journey of recovering from porn. So please keep watching these videos because I will show you exactly what you need to do. In the meantime, if you need some urgent help, if you want to cut down the process, the time frame of you quitting porn and starting recovery, check out my personal coaching where I do coaching calls and we basically speed up the process by me giving you personalized advice that fits specifically to you. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one.